Please subscribe to my channel to help me grow. I knew something was wrong the moment I opened the door, and the silence hit me like a physical blow. Not quiet. Silence. The kind that feels staged, too clean, too intentional. The kind that makes your stomach drop before your mind even catches up. My wife always left the TV running, even when she napped. But that afternoon, when I stepped inside 2 hours earlier than planned, the house felt emptied of breath. And what terrified me wasn't that she wasn't home. It was that she had told me, just 15 minutes earlier, that she was lying on the couch watching her favorite drama. A lie wrapped in the softness of her voice. A lie delivered without hesitation. A lie I didn't yet understand. My heart thudded as I stepped deeper into the living room. The couch cushions were perfectly untouched, the throw blanket folded the way I'd left it that morning. Nothing disturbed. No warmth, no indentation, no trace of her. I whispered her name, but my voice sounded foreign. I told myself she might have stepped out for a second. Maybe she forgot she told me she was home. Maybe she meant she would be watching TV. My mind searched frantically for innocent explanations, clinging to them because the alternative felt like poison. But then I noticed it. A faint, freshly placed perfume trace lingering in the air. Not hers. My pulse spiked. Footsteps sounded behind me, light, hurried, familiar. I turned too sharply, nearly stumbling. She walked in with her keys in hand, pretending she wasn't startled to see me, though her eyes flickered with something she tried to hide. "You're home early," she said softly, almost cautious. "I thought you were watching TV on the couch," I replied, my voice far calmer than the chaos inside me. Her eyes widened for a fraction of a second. I stepped out to get some fresh air. It was such a simple answer. Too simple. She set her phone on the counter, but something about the movement felt guarded, her fingers lingering as if hiding something inside the device. I watched her closely, and for a moment, I saw fear. Real fear. "Are you okay?" she asked, stepping toward me. "I don't know," I murmured. "Are you?" She blinked rapidly, defensive confusion crossing her face. "Why wouldn't I be?" I didn't answer. Instead, I walked past her to the entry mat, where a second pair of footprints, barely visible, wet from the light drizzle outside, marked the edge of the rug. Larger than hers. Fresh. And not mine. My chest tightened, breath catching as realization cracked through me, sharp and merciless. She followed my gaze and froze. Slowly, painfully, I turned back to her. Who was here? Her lips parted, but no words came out. Her throat bobbed as she swallowed. "It isn't what you think," she whispered. It was the most classic line in every betrayal story, and hearing it from her made something inside me collapse. Anger rose, hot and shaking, but beneath it lived confusion and a stupid, bleeding hope that she would still tell me something, anything, that made sense. "Then make me understand," I said. She sank onto the edge of the couch she'd never sat on today, holding her hands together like she was afraid of what they might reveal if she let them go. "It was just a conversation," she murmured. "He came by because he needed someone to talk to. He shouldn't have. I shouldn't have let him in." "Who?" She hesitated. "My coworker," she said finally. "Daniel." The name hit harder than expected. She talked about him sometimes, quietly, casually, always insisting he was just a friend who made her laugh during stressful days. I'd never sensed anything inappropriate. Or maybe I hadn't wanted to. "Why did you lie about being home?" I asked, sitting opposite her. Her breath shuddered. "Because I panicked. Because I knew how it would look." "How did it look?" She didn't answer. Silence stretched between us like a widening crack in glass, each second splintering trust further. She wasn't crying. She wasn't pleading. She wasn't explaining. She was sitting there like someone caught in a storm she created and didn't know how to escape. "Did you cheat?" I asked bluntly. Her eyes flinched, not wide, not dramatic, just the smallest flicker of remorse. "No," she whispered. "But I thought about it." The confession left me breathless. "Things have been hard," she continued. "We've been drifting. I felt alone, and he noticed. But I didn't do anything. I swear. I just liked the attention. It made me feel seen. Her voice cracked faintly at the end, and for the first time, I saw guilt, not rehearsed, not manipulative, but raw. It didn't excuse the lie. It didn't erase the footprints. But it showed me the part of the truth she'd been too afraid to say. I didn't want to hurt you, she said softly. I hated myself for even letting it go that far. I sat there, heart aching, torn between disbelief and a foolish urge to comfort her. The betrayal wasn't physical, but it was emotional. And it cut just as deeply. I stood slowly. I need space, I said. She nodded, tears finally spilling as she whispered, please come back. Let me fix this. I didn't promise her anything. But as I walked out the door, I realized something painful yet liberating. Trust could shatter quietly. Not with an explosion, but a whisper. And sometimes the aftermath wasn't rage. It was grief. Pure, devastating grief.